Sorry, folks. I am so sorry. Important call from a person I ain't heard from in quite a while. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know how you be just hanging around, chilling in the crib, that good shit. The next thing you know, somebody hits you that you ain't heard from in a coon's age, but they doing good, and they wanted to let you know that they've been hearing about you doing good, and they just want you to keep doing good. So it's been a lot going on. The franchise is still growing up. Jesus, I didn't expect it, but when you're growing up in life and you start building positive blocks to stack, they're solid. Excuse me, got gas. Ate a lot. Ate good.
There is no concept of citizenship that comes out of Africa. These Egyptians did not have a concept, and these ones have been discovered yet. Certainly the concept of belonging and being part of the community, but the concept of the civilities, the concept of the polis that comes out of Greece and Rome, really find voice in Western Eurasia as these people began to fight. And by these people, I mean the rich, the elite, began to fight.
So let's do it like this. Y'all know what the day is. It's Monday, and I'm about that conversation when it comes to what's motivating you. What's got you motivated this week? Because that's what we standing at. That's what we stamping on. We're trying to get that question out to the people to see who has the answer. Something that we need to hear. Alright? Because that's where we at today. What's going on? What's motivating you? That's the question. It's a good question, though, too. And I really would like to know. So why don't you hit me up and let's see what it do? Yeah. I'm going to hit y'all up here. Here. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't got that many people to pick from this area. I've been doing a lot more work with my J Guns page, so if y'all haven't, do please check me out over there, man. Mr. J Guns is rocking it, doing his thing right now. And it's a beautiful thing. We got new music out. Man, I hope you guys are enjoying that. I really do. I want to hear it from you. I want to know what you guys think about it. Because we still pumping. In one way or another, we still moving, making things happen. And that's just us trying to make sure we do it the right way. Because as an artist, man, if you're talented, you should never be scared to express or show your talent. Not just saying to be boastful and overzealous, but always able to, give it the raw truth. You know what I'm saying? Being upfront and honest about who you are as a person, as an artist. And, not just that, just, overall, man, like, if you're real about yours, be real about yours, Stand on that shit. Stand on that shit, And you could do that without having to feel like you're rubbing it in on other people. You know what I'm saying? You could be very earnest about yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need more as now, people just being earnest about themselves, So today, like, I just had a whole, like, spiritual segment, so to speak. Like, today I had this weird conversation. And they gonna say it's a weird conversation, but it's a conversation I don't have often, which calls it weird. So the fact that we were sitting down to a gentleman who just really started coming around me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know the brother still, but at the same time, I respect his approach. I respect the fact that when I came to him, he stopped me in the road while I was on my way to accomplish one of my missions in the day. And he decided to assist me. And that same situation caused me to, in turn, invite him to a conversation. So we then sat down and talked. You know what I mean? Something that, not often does it happen, not even in my space. You know what I'm saying? I sit down with people. I'm very greeting, welcoming to certain people when it comes to me being in spaces by myself, because I don't want to feel like the odd one out. I know I already look like one when I'm walking around. The people that see me with a stick in my hand, swinging from left to right, hopefully not trying to hit nobody, but oftentimes I am. So I'm looking at the situation for what it really is, and I'm just chilling with you guys, moving around the people, and trying not to be that annoying, pest that comes in the house and just fucks shit up. So, even though I'm prone to it, I'm accident prone. I drop shit often. I'm always dropping food, that kind of weird shit all over the time, all the time. So this just the things that I deal with being the man I am. I try to capsize that kind of shit, but there ain't really nothing much I could do when you can't see, and you're constantly having things that are happening while your eyes are not working correctly for you to catch them in turn, for these things to explore other options. So it's like, god damn it. And what are you supposed to do? And for me, you know what I mean, I just basically deal with what I'm dealing with, and thank God that I have, useful hands and a mind that told me that I can use a broom.
Cowboy Loco mentioned you and other followers in a comment.
You know what I mean, to sweep up my problems that are stuck on the floor. And as long as they ain't stuck to the floor, we got a solver. We got something that could solve a problem. There's always an answer. And that's something that I held to and I hold to, simply because when you live in a situation the way I have to live in mine, it's like you don't always want the worst to happen, but you have to be prepared for either way. That calls for shit that not all the times is stuff that go your way. So for you just got to be prepared for whichever way it decides to go. So I don't always expect my headphones in my ear, as small as they is, to stay where they at, so I can continue to keep, listening to things quietly in a restored sound space that doesn't call for the interruption of other people to feel, their sound barrier has been broken. But I myself, I have times where I like to jam out, and on top of having that, since I just found out I had a whole nother fucking cigarette, don't you just love that shit? You pick out a whole new thing, and then all of a sudden the thing you picked out, you had to replace it that was still heavy. It was still left. There was still a good thing left on it. You could have did a lot with it. All of a sudden, that was not the choice you made. And somehow you have to figure out how to make up for that.
And what did that liar do? He custom everything that he wanted. And if you black,
Oh yeah.
fail that bullshit,
Eventually it'll work out.
you are the dumbass.
He couldn't even get it out. He couldn't even finish the statement because it wasn't authentic.
So today,
He couldn't even finish the end of the statement. There was
I've been just sitting and thinking to myself, like, where's the life going? Where's today going? What's been going on in the world around us? How do you feel about the situations that have been taking place in the world? Like, this is something I haven't done on the page in quite a while. It's been almost a year now, and I figured this would be the perfect time to come back and have these kind of conversations, because I just know I'm not alone in these conversations. I know that because I've been other places, and I've been talking with people that have really started to show me that the world isn't so closed-minded to the social media stuff. Everybody hasn't been paying attention to the bullshit and making that their priorities. They actually have an agenda. They actually see what is wrong and want to do something to fix it for themselves and for their futures. I honestly believe that. I do, because I just don't believe that what I've been hearing from the news is all of Americans, all of the countrymen in this United States. If we are truly united, there was just no way that any of this would still recompense and be stand worthy to anyone, because not one person would agree that destroying a life of someone who doesn't have anything at all to start with is cowardice to do to someone. Cowardice. And to call them anything but a human being and by name makes a shame and mockery of you. Who are you? Who are you to judge another person? Regardless what it is. Who are you to judge someone when you have not the rights to judge even yourself? We are all flawed. We're all flawed. Ain't now one of us perfect out here. So in the same sense, this is simply put why we have, people who are considered justices of the peace. You feel me? We need these in an effort to sustain balance between the human race and the rest of the world. Because we're people with a thought process that is far significant than any being on the planet. Any being on the planet. So that makes us a special kind with special traits and special responsibilities. And it is our duty as human beings on this planet to care for ourselves as we care for others. It is up to us to help sustain us. This planet got us started. It's up to us to keep curating the job. Life is not simple, nor is it built to be complex. But we live in a situation where so many people want to escape reality. So they find themselves diving into things that don't even fit reality, but a virtual, fictitious reality, false realities, And I get it. I was one of those kids one day. All I wanted to do was play video games, whether on my phone or on my damn computer or in my fucking house. Just playing on a video game, whatever. But it took me going through a critical situation where I ended up losing something that everybody cherishes at this point, whether they like it or not, they know it or not. I had to lose something to see everything. So, unfortunately, I just don't view things the way everybody views things now. My views on things are completely different. I don't subject myself to what was once a part of my life or a part of my culture of living. I look to elevate my mind and elevate myself and those around me because it's better. When everyone is happy, when everyone is laughing, when everyone is enjoying life, that's where I'm going to be. Because I want to be involved and surrounded by that happiness so that it helps to fuel the happiness that I'm trying to create and build amongst myself and others that don't see that happiness, don't feel that happiness every day. That's why we do things like You know, my sister on the Lit Squad, shout out to Riley doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real to me. And I really care about the people. I care about the people that live in these communities where we are hustling every day to survive to the next day, worried about that next paycheck that's going to hopefully pay the rent and the phone and the car note and all these different things that we have to sustain ourselves from. So what more is there to say but me being honest about this whole situation and telling y'all how I really feel about the situation? Like, as I think about the path that we have gone down and been on in this situation, it reflectively reminds you of the scenarios that you've read if you read the Bible, if you read these scriptures and think back to the time that they really made sense, even now. Because applying these scriptures to the words and to the way that world's going right now, you can easily decipher who is the problem and where your solutions will come from. So at all costs, I implore you, you know what I'm saying, just be open-minded to understanding, like, the way that we live was framed to be like this due to the fact that we still have to be harnessed in order to be worthy. You know what I'm saying? We still have to be harnessed and we have to be curated as if to be like as sharp as a double-edged blade. You know what I'm saying? Cutting through the lies to get to the truth. Bone deep, you know what I mean? Like, this is really where it's at right now. We out here in the world trying to maintain humility, normality of some sort, when no one really has a standard on what is normal anymore. We don't have that anymore. We have so many things that have distracted the mind and taught you another lesson that maybe that wasn't the lesson you should have learned, but hell, it came to you. And you made your choices. As we all get told we are allowed to do, we have choices. You see what I'm saying? But for me, it's deeper than that. It's like, yo, we got one life to live, and we can't waste our life being put in shackles and suspended under time that is never going to stop for you. It's going to continue to keep moving. And you just got to be able to keep up. Because at the end of the day, everybody has time. Everybody has a time. And you don't know when your time is going to stop. So at the end of the day, like, I'm really about just trying to have something to look forward to, something to leave behind, something to continue the fight that I've started in my own right. You know what I'm saying? Because as people, we're never done standing up for ourselves and fighting for the things that we want out of life. For real. Because too many of us have said, I give up. I don't want to do this no more. This fight is not for me. And they were wrong. Because at that point, it should have been for them to decide if the fight was not what it needed to be. And then make the change. Fight for better. Because you can't stop fighting for nothing. In this world we live in, nothing is given. To everyone who is given life, there are those that have taken life. And you just can't do without the people. You can't do much without people. You need people to be interested in you to do anything in life. You know what I mean? Like, people have to have some kind of interest in what you do, who you are, to even make an impact nowadays. And that's very hard to do, especially with the world of distractions that we live in. They have all these different magnificent things that people found and are very much interested in them. They bring them to a place of fantasy. You know, it's a fabricated truth, and they calling it reality TV. So like, oh, it seems real because this is a real person. That's a real person. They're really talking about things that are relevant to natural life sometimes, even though it does seem a little extended of sorts. So at the end of the day, I'm sorry I can't be classified as a person who just lives in that realm. I ain't gonna lie, I definitely like my version of listening to, Empire and Star and, dope ass shows like that. Take nothing away from them. But here's where I come in at on this. What did you learn from it? What did you gather from it? Could it be you're seeing a glimpse of something that is actually starting to show itself out now? Or are you seeing something that is making you really think about the way things go in certain situations around those storylines? Because in many ways, people look at things, again, for two reasons. To feel invited and to feel involved, like you can relate. Some of the most brilliant shows and movies were created due to having an involved interest around who it attracted as far as the attentions. Like, everybody enjoys a good movie. Everybody enjoys a good song. So, that's the whole thing around the dynamics and how we have been allowed to let the things that we love the most, that were so simple at one point, become distractingly complicated, where it just keeps your mind occupied so the big guys behind the curtain continue to play their game uninterrupted. And the less we pay attention and the less we allow things to continue, the less we show interest in leaving them with no reason to try us at all, we're going to continue to get played like we are. We're going to continue to keep getting hit like we are. This big, ugly ass bill that just got passed through the House and Senate, nothing good out of that. Everybody, including people who don't even realize they're going to get hit, about to take a huge beating. And y'all just don't see it coming because y'all not trying to pay attention. You think we was just what are you, sticking it to the libs or what? What the fuck's going on with this shit? And at the end of the day, what is bad about extending healthcare, extending food support to the people who can't afford it? What the fuck? You expect us to make the money that costs to live and feed ourselves and keep up with the bills on a salary that doesn't even fit a household of one? Let's just be real with ourselves, man. What up, Denny? But that's what I'm saying. Honestly, I'm here because I choose to have this conversation on Instagram. This is where we started our show. The P.S.A show is really about speaking to the people, and being about what the people can have if we focus on what it takes to be a foundational community. You know what I'm saying? The foundation is built on solid stones that will not be moved by anything unless it is a natural disaster. For real. And it takes a lot to move a foundation. But if we had a strong foundation like our communities used to have at one point, these things would not be persistent like this. We would have a better foundation for our children to stand on. One that doesn't involve them worrying about who's going to be picked off the streets next, who's going to get shot next. Are they going to be able to go play in that favorite neighborhood playground they used to go to all the time? Or are they going to have to worry about who's trying to be in that park while I'm in that park? You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in a world now where the world has been so unpredictable. Very much unpredictable. Because a lot of times before this, we understood the situations. We knew why did these things happen. We have a bunch of unsuccessful but successful people who just didn't have an understanding of how the world works or what potential the world could have had they have made the choices outside of the ones they chose when they did. Some of us realize that there's some people that we've heard over the many years that we've been listening to names of important people had a message that either we did not hear or we just was like, I'm glad it's him and not me. Now it's time for us to actually stand up and confront those negative thoughts that we pushed into the play. We have to suffice and keep our society moving as a conscious mind, because if we don't, we're going to let ourselves fall susceptible to shit that we're already dealing with in this year alone and more. And it's only going to get worse from here if we don't start to wise up and stand on our own ground, stand on our truth and our understanding of where we should be as a whole. Not just as a one, as a two, as a group. We need a whole. Because it takes everybody. Don't matter who you are, what color you come from. We got to work together if we want to fix shit. Nothing works separately. Nothing. Nothing works separately. Yeah, there was a bunch of people that invented things. There was one person that invented that. But honestly, when you think about it, going back even, they had somebody to help too. So who sold the idea? Who took the idea from the man who helped Edison? Edison. Who took the deal that came from that came from the man Benjamin Franklin? Benjamin Franklin. He stole ideas just as much as any other person that had the right to write a patent without the other person's consent. The other patent player. So as you understand that we are the keynotes to this, all of us people who are stuck in that middle class, poverty stricken level, we are the key to this whole situation. They don't move without us. Because we are the reason why they have to move. Because they can't fight the manpower that we possess as a whole. And that's why people tend not to pay attention when it comes to anyone trying to approach the situation individually. There's activists and such and such and such and such. They don't got nothing positive to say about this person because it's only one. But when there is a group, a massive bunch of people that are protesting or speaking out about issues that they are seeing going on in their communities that is affecting their daily lives, they are serious. The effects of their movement, their speech, their words, all chosen to target those of a superior power who feel like they can navigate us through these wretched forests. That's not how we are supposed to be treated. That is not how our government is supposed to treat us as citizens, us as people. Since when did it make sense for you to take away from the poorest neighborhoods in the country? Each state has several of these states and cities. You want to shut down services that give these people a chance to stay sane and in support from their local government. That's insanity. That's insanity. Since when did we push ourselves back to the 1800s when slavery was still standing? To the early 1800s. What are we doing, people? Like, I'm just saying to you this because I want you guys to see how deep this thing goes for those of us who are just tuning in. This shit ain't gonna get better after a minute. We seeing a whole bunch of hell. And I understand to those of you that don't have this kind of problems hitting your front yard like this. But to those of us that are living this shit, this ain't been something that we ain't been saying. We've been constantly telling the story. Constantly trying to feed you the idea that what you're thinking is not what you should be listening to or what you should be hearing. It's not, because there aren't any bodies out here from that side of the field that respect you or anything that makes your pursuit of happiness work. It's a lot. It's a lot. But, like I said, like, I'm just here trying to, give a little bit of myself to the time and say to you guys, like, I understand, like, where there may be confusion because there has been a lot of it thrown out here. And what we need to understand now is just who has been giving you. It's like, who's been giving you the lies? And from that, I think it's time for us to actually dig into those people who are telling us these stories that they want us to believe and demand they give us the answer as to why. Why does it make sense to you? Because if you can't answer your own question, then who are you really? And what are you really trying to do? Anyone who has a solid opinion on what they believe should at least have an answer as to why they believe so. If they can't give you a definition that coincides with understanding logic, then got to figure that out. It's up to you. And in the words of the notice I just got, one of us got to change. But like I said, I just wanted to tap in with everybody and see what's going on. Tell everybody how how we doing, because miscellaneous spider, what's happening? But like I said, like, it's a lot going on this week. It's a lot been going on. It's just so much taking a chance at trying to be a part of, the real world situations, No.
Add a comment, edit box out of list. Tap to edit text, double tap and hold to long press.
No.
View button, 1 of 6 and list 6 items. Tap to activate.
Oh, we love it. Yeah, it's crazy. I swear, bro. Can't leave the windows open for shit. Get some air in the house. None but fucking bugs in this bitch right now. Mad as fuck right now because I keep getting touched by them bitches. Like, bitch, stop touching me. You are interrupting my energy right now. I'm like, dude, I don't need you to prove that I can be still by rubbing your punk ass on me. Fucking up my concentration.
Dan Fonham 1962 joined. Miscellaneous Spider joined. You waved at Miscellaneous Spider, 2 of 6. Miscellaneous Spider sent a request to be in view button.
I don't know, it's being weird.
Pop-up window. Miscellaneous. Go live with Miscellaneous. Instagram. View button, 1 of 6 and list 6 items. 1. Miscellaneous invite users button. Broadcaster. 1. Live rooms button. Tap.
Easy was good, bro.
What's happening, man?
Man, boy, hey, you know it's hard to keep a smile these days, bro. With all that I
Ain't that so?
experienced, man. I'm going through a lot right now, bro. Not to, come in moping or nothing, but man, racism in America is trill, bro.
Right. Ain't it so? Ain't it so? And we in the prime of this situation, my boy. Like they just getting geared up to jump off some crazy shit. They've been doing that for the last few months. This year just started, and it's all because we got the wrong situation handed to us,
True.
and a whole lot of mishaps happening. People not realizing there was some manipulation going on with this whole situation to start before it even got started. There was a lot of manipulation going on. So there's a lot of shit that we aren't being told that happened. And it fucked up the whole situation to where we have somebody who doesn't care about you, doesn't care
Yeah.
about me, doesn't care about nothing that's going to happen to either one of us because they have sustainable money. They have sustainable economy for themselves that's going to keep them above the rest.
You know, it's funny you said that when mentioning money, man. I'm going through this issue at school, bro. I'm almost
Hmm.
off suspension after the last 6 months, but I've
Yep,
never heard
yep.
of a college suspension before. But on with that, that's done with. Not to change the subject, bro, but did you get the? I had did some content for you, man. Some more
That I did.
covers and stuff.
I was just looking through my emails. I seen your joints. I just haven't
I
got the chance
realized
to
I don't
listen
know
to
if it's
them.
intentional or not, but I realized you've been
Mm,
having the same profile picture for a long time. I know it
yeah.
probably took some time for you to get it together, but I've kind of like, I'm not gonna say mastered the art of album covers and things of that sort, but I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
create covers now. So I did you one
Okay.
just out of appreciation, if ever
Yeah.
just like that. What you think
I've
about the
been
music,
like
man?
my thing, yeah, as far as the shows, 'cause, like the profile page, I pay little to no attention. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah,
As long as you can identify who it is, then most likely
true,
that's part of the reason
true.
why I just kept it the same. Because it's more naturally sticking like that. A lot of people will
Yeah.
recognize the show when they see the icon or whatever. So
How you feel about the
yeah,
two
it's been,
songs, bro?
huh?
How you feel about the two songs, man?
I haven't got a chance to listen to them. I was just about to say that. Like I said, I've been busy the last few weeks, and then
Totally
like
understand.
everything just been coming crazy for me. It's like after the accident on the 4th, had a lot of shit coming that way, and then my
I wasn't
birthday
aware of an
last like two
accident,
weeks
man. Glad to know
ago.
you were okay, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's been so many things that I've been trying to like shift myself through, bro. Like, cause everything's just been happening at one time. So it's like one thing after another. If I'm dealing with the personal situations in my household, I got the freaking job giving me stress now. So now I got to start handling shit with that. It's a lot of things I have to keep my focuses up on. My rent coming around the corner this coming week. The end of this week, before the end of this week, actually. So it's like, goddamn, like all of this stuff at once. Just got
Yeah.
through another cycle of bills that was tearing my ass up all week long, every week of this month. So now we back at it again, and it's back around. So it's like, got all this stuff going on, but I haven't really had time to do anything for myself. I just wrote a song yesterday that I was trying to work on. I have been working on this beat for like at least a year now. I just haven't done anything to it. I kept playing it and playing it and playing it to try to get something from it. But it took me up until now, and then I got a new mic for my phone so I can rock out with some better sound for my quality. It's just been different stuff that I've had to build into to get me where I am today, even,
Now
you know.
that you speak of music, man, I gotta thank you, bro. You know, it took me as long as we've been communicating online, bro. It took me all that time to realize how much of a genius and mastermind you are. On the, I'm
Mm.
gonna say the first song, which one that was? How long will it take to make a shade get?
Yeah,
Say,
yeah.
little mama, that one. The way you
Mm-hmm.
laid your vocals, man, it actually taught me how to better engineer. Just the way you stacked everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Man, when you gonna hear the song, not, the shaking is all right, but really the losing focus, man, I'm in love with that song, bro. And to say it's such a
Mm.
harsh topic, the way it came out sounding, just being able to
Right.
manipulate your voice a little bit, not alter the sound of your voice, but your rhymes itself. When you gonna
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
that, man, it's like focus, focus, focus. I'm losing focus. I can't say it word for
Mm-hmm.
word, but I'm just anxious to hear what you think. That's the last song on the album, which is now complete. If it's all right
Yep.
with you, you know what I mean. But back to what I was saying, bro. The way I don't see to say you can't see. That was genius. The way, man, it's so nice and neat, bro. The way you your stacks, your hooks, your vocals, your verse, your dub. It really it allowed me to see music, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense, bro.
And honestly, it's what I try to build. I try to build that image in the music. It's like taking a paintbrush and making a picture from wet paint. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
portrait stands alone. It describes so much, but it uses so many different colors to add in to make one portrait of a forestry of pictures and images that are different. And it's a
I
beautiful
think
thing
of
because it all sinks into one subject though.
how you sent the files, man. You know, normally I just get on the mic and record. You know what I'm saying? But you help me see music as a producer, or better yet, an engineer, bro. I'm gonna say
Hmm.
now that I'm no longer on the old studio, which there is an upgrade, which I upgraded on that one, but the FL studio, man, yeah, I swear, bro, when that thing started looping, it'd be like,
Yeah,
man, that shit sound cold though. When it finished loop, like with the
that's
plugins
a
and all
fact.
that, cause I was studying that shit before I got interrupted by the professor, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's good to know that throughout all of it, man, you still healthy, bro. It seems like though at the
Mm.
time, you might have been losing focus, you're focused again. So I applaud you on that.
Listen, I think the day that I did that song, I did that verse. Honestly, it was because I had
I'm gonna turn
just
my radio down.
like
I realize it's on. I hear you.
I had just suffered a mini stroke. Like I was trying to let my hand heal. My hand was still messed up then. And then I realized like I ran that verse through the beat because I was like really conflicted after I had that mini stroke. That really fucked me up. And that had me mentally fucked up because I started feeling like I was losing everything. I couldn't keep nothing in my possession. Every time I had something in my hand, 2 seconds later I was losing it. I couldn't find it. I scrolled through the whole goddamn house. The shit would be up my ass, under my ass cheeks.
I
That
gotta
fucked up.
applaud you on your work enthusiasm, bro. It's been difficult for me
It
to
has.
find
And I
any
mean, on
artist
top
that
of trying
can.
to recreate my artist imagery, I've had to work. I actually wasn't doing a lot of working when I started my music journey, bro. I was sitting at home with nothing but time to sit back and just make a song. So now I have to do all of that in concession, but I'm also sitting down after just having a 3 4 hour day at work, you know what I mean, where I didn't have a chance to do all that sitting down. I had to keep myself motivated, walking over here, doing this over there. A lot of stuff that just really takes your physical out of place if you don't know how to channel that and find something that will help you to focus. Because that was the other thing. It's like I'm going through so much. I'm dealing with something. I'm dealing with stuff in my personal, along with dealing with stuff on top of like just everyday living, and it gets difficult to kind of see yourself through sometimes. So like for me, I sit myself down, I get my weed up, roll me a nice little joint, something to fucking sit down to, fam. Because for me, I focus I focus on a lot of shit going on with me when I got weed inside to help me space out all the problems that aren't really relative problems to what I'm dealing with now. So like any
Can I tell
problem
you
that
what
I
I
have,
don't like
what's that?
about weed, bro? The fact that you can't see what you're smoking, man. That's why I
There it
would
is.
recommend um a pharmacy, not a pharmacy, or what do they call it? Dispensary if there's one.
Medic- yeah, dispensaries. See, and that's
Yeah,
another thing. Like, I just had a notification come in about a dispensary that had a recall on some shit that they was out there pushing out. So, like, they had their shit contaminated, but they called a recall on it, meaning you get your money back for that product if it made you sick.
it's like Walmart right now, man. You can't eat meat, eggs, or milk. There's a recall. I don't know if it's there
Yeah,
in New York, but
it's here too.
man,
It's
they're
here
pulling
too.
meat off
We
the
don't.
shelf. You
I
can't
really
buy
don't
meat,
use milk and eggs like that, like I used to. Like, bro, when I was a kid, scrambled eggs, a cup of milk with some motherfucking syrup in it. That's my shit.
bro.
But
Seriously, man. Ground beef contaminated, bro. That's the end of my life, man. You know what I'm saying?
that's
As
it.
much
That's
as
what I'm
I
saying.
like,
I'm about to throw away a half a pound of fucking ground beef right now because it's been in my freezer
man,
for a minute.
man, I don't know what I'm gonna transfer. I'm gonna watch what the white folks eat, truthfully, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's how I'm gonna shop, man.
yeah.
Cause the
Sometimes you
things I
got to.
normally eat are poisoning right now, bro.
Absolutely, and that's the whole problem. They did that intentionally, my friend. That's all intentional. The shit you can afford, the shit that you can go to the store and afford because it's that easy to get to, is nowhere near safe for your body to eat. You know what I'm
Besides that,
saying?
everything been
Like,
good, man.
mm, that's the facts, bro. That's just the facts. Like we have been sent. Like what? It's like what Relly was saying the last time we was on the live talking. You know
Man,
how
and
she
then you
was
know
saying
what?
it's certain
Not to cut
stores.
you off, that's my bad, man. Cause I isolated, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Can we have a one-on-one, a real conversation, right quick?
Yeah, all the time.
Allegedly, I gotta start off with allegedly, cause none of this is proven or fact. You can't see Fat Man Scoop's death because you are visually blind.
Right.
My interpretation of what I saw, and to think that was the beginning of my Instagram history and family,
Yep.
my Instagram family, friends, or however you think of it, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I would have to say allegedly a hot dose, bro. What else could it be, man? For him to be
Mm.
bouncing, crunk, happy, leave the DJ
All the
booth,
time. All the
and
time.
walk back to, that draws a suspicion to me, man. Like, and I've had a lot of experiences, good and bad,
Mm-hmm.
with different people. Cause, like I
You
say,
know.
Fat Man Scoop was my first lead to Instagram. This Instagram, from the pandemic.
Yeah.
A lot
He
of
really did
people
give
that
us
I
all a home.
associate, huh?
He did. He gave all of us a home.
A lot of people that I met. How do I say this? In some way or form throughout the 3, 4, 5, 6 years, bro. Switched up
Yeah.
on me, changed on me, violated me, talked
Yeah.
down on me, didn't believe in me.
You absolutely started to see those of them that were around that didn't mean you no good. That's all that really was. And in the same sense, like it taught you the life learn lesson, man. Like
There's
Only
nothing to do
trust
with
those
you
that
though,
really
Peasy.
show
You
you
and
that they
really
can be trusted.
that live should have still been gone, man. Because I isolated in the way I did so quickly
Mm-hmm.
while going through personal experiences.
Yep, yep.
I just blocked everything off, man. You know what I'm saying? But you
Hey,
never did
sometimes
nothing.
sometimes we do that, bro.
It's nothing
Sometimes
personal.
we do that.
It's nothing personal to you, cause you always was, A1, bro. I just want you to know that you're a very solid individual, and I could
Thank
appreciate you
you.
for your
I
realness,
try.
bro.
I really try. Shit, that's all it is, man. I try to be truthful, try to be real with not only other people but with myself, man. Because that's the only
Let
way
me
you
turn
need
the
to be
stove down. I
outside.
hear you.
Because it's too many people trying to be someone else. Be yourself. We got too many people out here trying to stage perform as somebody they ain't, and that ain't helping nobody. Not making anything better either. We're just dealing with a bunch of repeats trying to make something better at that was already great once.
Say that one more time.
So I said we got so many people trying to be like someone else that they don't know how to be themselves. They're basically looking for that next great one that can replicate something that was already great.
You ever feel like you too real for people to be real with you equally, man?
I do. I do. Especially now. Because of the fact, like every time I show people how to be real with themselves and with others around them, they don't know how to take it because they don't know somebody like that. They never met somebody like that. And you could tell because they don't know how to act around people like me. When I start showing them how to be just simply a friend. You
What
see
I
what I'm
could
talking about?
appreciate the most, man, is you and Relly, right? That's the lady's name, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The time in that live, bro, when I was talking about leaving, because I did leave, but I wasn't sure where to go or not where to go, where I was going, man. But
Yeah,
you
yeah,
telling
yeah.
me to, really how going to a strange place or how New York is or any other
Hmm.
place, really, telling me to stay put. Don't.
Right now, it's no good to go anywhere else outside of where you are right now because you're stable where you are. Anywhere else could cause you a situation you have to reset yourself. And that's not always easy to do, especially when times like this start popping up and it's money's funny. Nobody really can hold down their self anymore, especially in these situations. Because even with the money that we get monthly, that shit don't really do nothing for us, bro. We still have to figure out another way to get through them last two stretches of the weeks until the
Yeah.
next month. So I know because I've had to deal with that same situation. That's why I went and got a job. So I couldn't worry. I didn't have to worry about not seeing or seeing a gap in my funds, my economic build that I'm trying to actually have in life. So at the end of the day, like that's been my goal. That's been my push in life right now. I've been trying to supersede knowing that I'm not gonna let myself fall. I'm trying to keep myself on a stable platform right now, you
Most
know.
definitely.
But
Most definitely.
that's been my drive right now. It's been trying to stay out of the line of the shit that's been putting me down. Because anytime you got something that you dealing with and it's putting you in a lower state of mind, a lower state of thinking, it's time to find that positive route to rectify that situation and exit because
That's a very
you
wise
can't.
thing to say.
You just have to because in all reality, the human mind works like a shark. A shark has to consistently be moving at all times.
You know,
Not even when it sits to eat can it stay still or it
I
will
try to
die.
avoid dying too soon, bro.
Hmm. But I think that's just it. We as human beings need to pick up the trait. of the shark, because the mentality is there, the drive for better is there. You know what I'm saying? Harness that power to start to strive and continue to press forward through all adversities. You
So
cannot
no.
allow yourself to be septic to one thing. You know what I mean? It's like if you have a weakness, you have no belief in your higher power. Because you to have faith, full faith in your higher power, you have no fear. You have no fear. You live a fearless life because life is not worth fearing. The Lord, the higher power you worship and you praise, is the fear that fears that puts fear in others. You know what I mean? So to live strongly in your spirit and know yourself. It's always something that my cousin used to always tell me about me. A lot of times, because I'm always trying to compare myself to other people.
Is
She
your cousin
like,
still alive, bro?
hmm?
Is your cousin still alive?
Yeah, she's still here with us.
That's cool. That's
That's the
cool.
thing I love the most. Word. That's the thing I love the most. I just had a whole conversation with her last Sunday. She called me on my birthday Sunday.
I don't
And that's what
think
I'm saying.
people.
Hmm?
It seems like another reason why I kind of isolated, man. Everybody I'm close to, bro, or everybody I was close to, they ain't here no more, man. You know,
Yeah.
that bothered me, bro.
See what
Like,
I
you know,
mean?
huh?
It's the same thing. I was just saying earlier in the same live that we are having a conversation. I was having a conversation with a brother, and his brother's been coming by the house the last couple of Mondays, right? So, he finally came open to me on my first Monday with him. On the first Monday he stopped by here and opened up saying, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but I know what my mama used to tell me about the Jehovah Witness. Tell them niggas to get the fuck away from my door.
They be what?
The Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, I mean, they to me they the most bodiest, bravest religion because they'll come knock at your door and not even know you and
Right.
inviting God into your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without a
Hence the
care
reason.
or worry,
Hence the
bro.
reason
That's
why
real.
he's. Hence the reason why this tonight is his second night of visiting, coming to visit, and yet again another sermon was said. You know what I'm saying? So every session that I've had with this young man has been him coming to me and giving me the word, and I throw it back at him. My thing is, fam, you're talking to somebody that grew up in the church, bro. You're not talking to somebody that's just from the hood, ain't never seen a church, unless some of the homies died or some shit. I'm in
I'm
the
gonna be
church too.
honest with the Jehovah religion. The only thing that kept me away from them because they don't take medication. They don't believe in open heart surgeries and
Yes.
things of that sort. Which is
They think
perfectly
God is all powerful and will take care of everything. And unfortunately,
yeah.
God did tell you about a doctor. God told you that's also a helper, because that's the whole thing about it. God blesses people with hands that work and do good work.
You know what would make my day, bro?
Mm,
I'm over here smoking sharks, right? My cigarette
right.
butts.
Hmm.
Man, if one of them would be a roach.
Listen, I just read up this evening. I got my shit together this evening. I'm about to pack me a bowl after I drop this live tonight and sit back and relax, get my brain right, probably get fried a little bit later. And by the time I'll be ready to hit the shower and pass the fuck out, because I got to get up and go to work tomorrow. So a lot of things been moving for me, bro. I've just been trying to keep up.
Yeah, yeah. Same.
That's all it really is. Just trying to keep up with the time. Feel like I've been, missing out on a lot of extra time when it comes to my kids, but you know, That's the whole thing about it, bro. Sometimes you can't get everything you want, but slowly you can build to it. You know, and as long as God keep giving you the days and the nights and the weeks to, keep making it to wake up again and start all over, you got a chance.
With all this, man, I actually took the time and went to Louisiana, bro. Well, I stopped in Atlanta for a minute, but I wound up going to Louisiana for about a week, man. Just spending time with my
Hmm.
grandma, my family. You know what I'm saying? Just catching up. You know, we was kind of
Yeah,
like distant since
it's
my
needed
move,
sometimes,
man. I
bro.
just up and left. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
if
that
I
shit is
had the
needed
money,
sometimes, fam.
truthfully, I would leave again, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's needed sometimes, man. You can't be contained. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been times where I used to be out in the wilderness, boy. When I say I'll be out somewhere, I'm out somewhere,
Yeah.
and it never fails. Like, I could be gone for a year, 5 years, six. But I'm always gonna stop back and see my family, my mom, my sisters, my grandma.
Which is
As
a
long as they
blessing.
still here to go visit and see and make sure they doing their thing and getting their stuff together and still good on everything else, then I'm here. I'm here, and they know just as well as anybody else that knows me knows to not hear about anything going on with me. That's good news. No news is always good news. Because when
You
there's a
see,
problem, I call the first people I know.
it's kind of the opposite for me because I'm the one that normally taps in with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So if you don't hear from me, something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not saying directly,
Right.
just for anybody, man.
Oh yeah, I got people like that too. I got people like that same thing too. And my only thing is, I tell them, I was like, I might not be prompt all the time, but you ain't lost in my phone contacts. I run past your name probably 10 times a day. You just don't know it because I ain't hit your number yet. But I tend to be the type of person I don't like to bother people. So like, I'd
Yeah,
rather sit and wait till you call me than you hearing me call you all the time.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's just how I am. I've been like that since I was little. I had friends used to stop by my house all the time.
How's
JR
the
here,
weather out there,
yeah.
bro? What I was wondering, man, what's your thoughts on the floods around the world, man? With all the
Huh?
fires that happened in Cali and stuff, and
Oh.
how did it affected Alaska, man, with the ice melting and polar bears coming back to life and old animals that were frozen for decades and centuries coming back to life and floating
Hmm.
to coast, man. How you feel about
I
that?
mean, if you wanted to say reincarnations and the dead rising type of deal, then we do have scenario- a similar story coming out of that. So I mean, in reality, it's nothing but the world taking its daily spin to anyone else, but at the same time, we're seeing stuff that we ain't never seen before, stuff that we once heard in history that it was never to be seen again. But here it is.
Well, bro, not to rush off, man. I know you got things to do tomorrow, bro. Which I also got to get my ass up early because I'm gonna start the school process again. But
I can dig
we're
it. I
gonna
got to
tap
go look
in,
for my
man. Do me
damn
a favor
for
when
my
you have
case.
time, bro, and hear that music, man. Just your thought alone, bro. Let me know a lot, man.
Yeah, bro, I feel you. And don't let it bother you, bro. I'm gonna definitely get back to you on it. Just like I said, give me some time. I've been sitting here trying to get
Nah,
my
it's
shit
cool.
together.
It's cool.
I've told you I'm still trying to keep my shit collectively still in my possession because I keep dropping and losing shit. Like right now, I'm looking for my damn case for my earbuds. I just took one out the case. Now I can't find the case. So it's like I gotta get
You
up,
know,
start tossing shit around again, and see where the hell it went.
it was crazy. I was jamming you on Facebook. Are you being paid for that, man?
What's that?
like when I listen to your music or I post your music as my theme, like whether it
Yeah,
be I've been
anytime you tag one of my songs, that song helps. It helps that song to get rotations. It
all right,
actually counts as view. Actually counts as views.
okay,
It counts as plays on my video on my song. So
sure
it
enough,
definitely works out to fit in the algorithm, and then for whatever social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, they do it for the certain views. So I think if you get like over 10,000 views, you start reaching like maybe 50 cents, 75, something like that for that. And then it's like, yeah, every 100,000 or so, you probably reach $1, maybe five, that kind of thing. But they don't show up until like they do the quarterly reports. So you don't
yeah,
really see them until then.
fair. It's more about
Yeah,
jamming good music, man.
that's all
What
it
I
is
was
for
saying
me.
was, you're an excellent artist, bro. It's not many rappers that out rap me, and I ain't gonna
Hmm.
lie. On this album, bro, you really held it together, man. I thank you for that.
No, bro, it ain't nothing, bro. To be honest with you, it's just the thing I
You got it
do
down.
that I love. I love very
You got
much.
it
I
down.
love music. I love the songs. I love everything that I put together with my own mindset, my own thought process.
The
So like that's
production,
that's been the number one thing on my mind when it comes to the creation of the music that I do. It's like I want people to feel me in a way where they're not just gonna listen to the song and want to play it over, but they're gonna jam out and know the message behind it.
I was kind
You
of
know?
discouraged, Joe, at first of the losing focus because it caused me to lose focus. However,
Mm,
upon engineering that song, man, just hearing it after it was complete, from beginning to end, it's like, damn, I'm losing focus. When you hear it, you can really hear your voice, bro. I don't know how the hell I did it. Oh, I'm not gonna say I don't know how I did it. I know how I did it. I don't know how I got it to sound so professional and so
mm,
loud. Maybe it's just a new studio or what. But that shit crunk. That shit
mm,
crunk. And I tried my verse. I'm gonna say I tried to push a message like it's gonna be okay. It's not that bad. My phone
mm,
finna die. But when you have the time, man, we'll chop it up and just let me know what you think on it, bro.
yeah. All right. Well, you know how we do, bro. Like I said, I got so much going on right now that I'm probably gonna just sit in the. I'm gonna probably sit in the tub, and I always play music when I'm in the shower. So I'm gonna probably hit that shit up right now. So I go in the shower because that's what I'm about to do now. As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna jump in the shower. I already ate a little bit. I'm gonna hit this bowl, lay down, and just groove until I pass out.
Well, handle your business, black man. I want to say I'm proud of you, bro. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Proud of you as well, bro. Keep doing
Thank
this
you.
shit, hitting them books, bro. Get that degree you deserve, bro. And now we'll
It's
see
my
you on the
last damn
stage.
try,
You know
bro.
what it is. I
Peace.
know that is real, but I understand, bro. Oh shit,
Hand waving.
my sister in here.
Add a
What up,
comment. Edit
Relly?
box. Miss broadcaster. Out of miscellaneous spider joined. You
Did-
Relia underscore. Add a
I
comment.
said
Edit
you
box.
caught me
Relia
as I
underscore the
was
real chick
just
joined.
getting ready to
You
jump
waved at
up out
Relia
this
underscore the real
motherfucker.
chick.
You
One
want to
of
get
six
in
in
it?
list. Six
Hit
items.
me up. Hit that
Tap to
request up.
activate.
Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Cause I've been coming in. I came in today because I realized today's Monday, and not only that, but I realized I was in a quarter of my new time frame for the show. It's 8 o'clock. It's after 8 right now. It's going for 9. Well, actually now it's almost 11. But I'm just saying, like, I wanted to jump on today because I'm motivated. I've been motivated for the last few weeks. I wanted to get back in here with the people. I wanted to get back on stream with you guys
Add a
to
comment.
talk to
Edit.
you and
Relia
see what
underscore
we're
the real chick
doing.
joined. You waved at Relia underscore the
Because
real
there's
chick.
so
One of
many
six in
things
list.
going
Six
on
items.
around us.
Tap to activate.
This year has been an intense few months into the year. We haven't even reached 9 months yet in this year, and it's already crazy already. So many things have happened, so many things that have turned up, like negative, some positive, tragic. All of these different emotions are being tossed up in the air, and we're all experiencing this at different levels of our time. And honestly, I just came in here because I really wanted to tell you.
Relia underscore the real chick joined. You waved at Relia underscore the real chick. 1 of 6 in list 6 items. Tap to
the fact
activate.
that we are dealing with all of these adversities, attacks on our reality, attacks on our economy, attacks on our life, we have to stay focused on what's positive. Piece together, however they are, however they come to you. Collect those positive vibes, keep them harnessed within you, and use that power to push yourself forward, because life cannot succeed moving backwards. And I said that yesterday when we did our podcast. Being stupid to this shit is just not what it needs to happen right now. We need more people finding their need to be needed and their purpose to be needed in order to suffice to the success of overcoming these tyrants, these devil men trying to inherently possess our country after having suffered so many centuries and years of just mishaps due to people in control who had no care over others that were less than their success stories could tell. So honestly, I'm here today because I wanted people to see that.
Add a comment. Relia underscore the real chick joined. You waved at Relia underscore the real chick. 1 of 6 in list 6 items.
Thankfully,
Tap to activate.
my brother Brock jumped in to give us a real conversation about real life. You know what I'm saying? We're both coming from two of the same roads, dealing with two of the same issues. Like, whether one way from another route to another, but we are all ending up on the same road right now. And to be honest with you, I don't wish nothing bad on nobody. I really don't. And this is the kind of life I had chose to live because I was never the type of person for violence. Martin Luther King spoke of nonviolence, being nonviolent, but being able to voice the oppressive opinions and speak out against them. Acknowledge those oppressive opinions being made to those people.
Relia underscore the real chick joined.
But
you waved at Relia underscore the real chick. Add a comment. Edit box out of list.
Survive.
Tap to edit text. Double tap and hold to long press.
You cannot thrive as a community, as a people, living in the hatred that they embellish you in. So it's time to rise up, people. I'm only saying that now because I want you guys to see the real. The truth is, we can't continue to walk around blind, paying attention only to our cell phones and things that we are interested in. Sometimes it's even better to get yourself out of your own comfort zone and understand that the world is not fit to make you comfortable. It's fit to make you adapt to who you are, what you are capable of being in the world around you. Know that you are powerful. You're ready to make awesome changes in your life. You just have to apply it to your life. And when you do that, you realize that there's endless possibilities for you to reach. That all you got to do is just go for it. And that's me.
Back button, window navigation bar. Tap to activate.
My premonition of it, I should say. And hope you guys caught that message. But peace and love to you guys.
End your live video. If you end your live, it'll also end for all your viewers.
Gotta do this. I gotta get my shit together. So I hope you guys had a wonderful day, a wonderful week to start. And can't wait to see you guys later. Peace and love, y'all.
End now button.